Yes, you are on your way to learning the 6 steps to use to defeat crooked debt collectors at their own game. You see, the reason they've been defeating you is because they are using what is called the administrative process on you. And when you ignore their letters, you automatically lose. There is a maxim in law that states, he who does not deny admits. So if you do not deny what they are saying you owe, then you are indirectly admitting that you do, in fact, owe. And in this course, I'm going to show you what you need to do step by step to respond and win. But before we go any further, let me tell you a little about myself. My name is not Queen Zaire. I learned how to repair credit back in 1998 when I wanted to buy my first home. I closed on my first home in 99 and I started real estate investing in 2001. When I noticed a lot of my potential buyers had good jobs but bad credit, I started helping them fix their credit so they could get approved. When I was helping people repair their credit, I was using the old way. You know, the famous 609 letters that I'm sure you've come across. I knew absolutely nothing about laws and how they were actually designed to protect us. I didn't come across anything about laws until 2017. And it was crazy because it wasn't like I was in the market for learning laws. They just popped up as suggestions on YouTube. To this day, I have no idea what triggered me to watch, but I did and became very intrigued. For 2 years, I studied law, wondering why in the world was I so attracted to it. And then it happened. One of my contractors got pulled over in my car, and he gave the police officer my paperwork and then allegedly pulled off. And because I'm very active on social media and have my information all over the internet, a detective felt like it was his business to call me without my permission the very next day and ask me to come in. So long story short, I did go in, and the contractor allegedly gave them the wrong name and they wanted me to help them out. And they were saying that they were going to charge him with eluding. So when they realized I was no help, they issued me 4 tickets. That's when I had the aha moment. As a spiritual being, I believe heavily in my ancestors, and so I know they guided me to these laws because they knew what was coming 2 years later. So I used the laws that I learned to beat all 4 tickets. Later that year, I had to use it again in another city that told my car, a different car, for not being registered and gave me 2 tickets. I got those tickets thrown out, but because I didn't go get the car back, I didn't go get the car back because I was going to sue the towing company for theft, and then COVID happened. I didn't press the issue when the world opened back up because the car actually didn't run anyway. It was literally on its last leg. And the only downfall was I had given that car to my son, so he no longer had transportation until he purchased his own car 6 months later. But after realizing that the laws actually work, I continued on with my studying of the process. I just recently got into credit laws and couldn't understand why I didn't do it much sooner. Because when you use the actual laws instead of just a basic 609 letter, which does state like one law, it also states the FDCPA, but it doesn't give you like specific laws, you get much better results when you use real tandem laws. You get the debt collector to run with their tails between their legs. Here's an example of a letter that I recently received, and this is what it says. This letter is to inform you that your account has been closed by this office and returned to your creditor. Furthermore, we have instructed any credit reporting agency in which this account was reported to delete the account. Should you wish to confirm the deletion, we recommend checking back with the CRA, which is Credit Reporting Agency, in approximately 30 days. And please note that this response is limited to the account number referenced above. So, this is a screenshot of what letter they sent me. But this is their response when I filed a complaint. Our office is in receipt of the complaint filed by Ms. Naqueen Zaire. We greatly appreciate this opportunity to respond. Please be advised that when we received Ms. Zaire's first dispute, we placed her account on hold until documentation that supported the debt was received from our creditor client and sent to Ms. Zaire. After we had provided that documentation that showed the debt was a valid and delinquent debt obligation. We closed the account upon receipt of a dispute that equated to a cease and desist. We also sent Ms. Zaire a letter indicating that the debt was closed and the credit reporting agency, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is how they lie and try to get out of their violations. 1, they never informed they closed the account until after I filed the complaint. And 2, they never provided me with quote-unquote documentation that showed debt was valid. I'm just saying, if they had valid documentation that I owed an obligation, would they have removed it from my credit report and closed my account? Of course not. But since they are in the wrong, they have no choice but to comply with your demands. And I demanded they stop contacting me and remove all information from all credit reporting agencies. Is that what you want from these debt collectors as well? Do you want them to stop calling and harassing you? Do you want them to remove negative information from your credit report? I bet you do. That is why you are watching this video, right? To take back control of your own credit, finances, and dignity. That is why I created this course. 6 steps to defeating crooked debt collectors at their own game. And yes, I call them crooked because even the law says they are abusive and misrepresenting and what's the other word they use? Deceptive. I realized that instead of doing credit repair for people, which was taking up too much of my time anyway as I run many different businesses, I decided to guide you through the process yourself. You know that old saying, you can give a man a fish, he'll eat for one day, but if you teach him to fish, yeah. This way, you can not only help yourself whenever you come across a debt collector without having to pay someone else and wait on their time, but you can also help your family members get the same type of outcomes. That's exactly what I did and what I do. I helped a couple of my family members get the outcomes that they desired. Here is what I did for them.
Hey everyone, Tawana here, and I just wanted to share with you my experience with building my credit with my sister, Not Queen Unique. About a year ago, I went to try to purchase a car, found out my credit score was at a 470, which I had never checked my credit. I always worked in a cash business where everything I did was just cash and go, so I started realizing the importance of my credit score, and so with my sister's help, right now, exactly a year later, my credit score is over at pretty much a 650, close to 700, and which is super amazing. I'm getting loan offers. I have credit cards that I've never had before. So just wanted to give my testimony and let y'all know it's real. You might want to get her help. Deuces.
Yo, I just pulled up on my new home that Not Queen helped me buy. See, my credit was shot less than a year ago, and she showed me what it took for me to get my credit up. She showed me all the tools, all the things necessary for me to do, and I followed her program to the letter. And shortly thereafter, I was able to purchase me a new home with her assistance. So listen, get with Not Queen's program, see what she has to offer, whether it's debt collection or maybe it's credit repair. Get with Not Queen, see what she can do for you.
Okay, just for a little side note, clearly he knows absolutely nothing about credit because he's saying credit repair or debt collections as if they're 2 different things. He doesn't even realize that fixing and handling debt collectors is to repair credit. That's funny. But in his defense, he really didn't know what he was doing. I basically helped him with everything, and this is us at his closing. And this was October 2021. So, yeah, there you have it. But these are the types of results you can get as well if you simply follow the 6 steps that I'm going to show you. Let me break down what you will learn in this ebook. What debt collectors are using to defeat you. What you need to do immediately to get the upper hand. The exact laws that are created to help you put them in their true place. How to get them slithering away like the little snakes they are. I'm sure you know that people charge thousands of dollars to help people fix their credit. There's even credit repair companies that charge you hundreds of dollars to get started and then $100 a month. But I'm not going to charge you anywhere near that amount of money. You see, my goal is to just get the information out there because we have been lied to and hoodwinked for so long. I mean, family members have broken up, lost their homes, and even their lives over debt they thought they owed, but actually lawfully did not. I believe it is my duty to provide you with information that may prevent any of those tragic incidents from happening. So, I am offering you 6 steps to defeating crooked debt collectors at their own game for only $77. That's right, just $77. And I am offering no fluff. I am breaking down why the laws exist and then go straight into what you need to do to defeat debt collectors. In fact, I didn't even bother to pay for beautiful designs for the cover. Nor did I pay a web designer thousands to build me a beautiful website like you see a lot of people sporting. First of all, I would have had to put those costs into the product. And I'm trying to give you a decent, really great product at a very low price. But more importantly, it would have taken me longer to put out the info if I had to wait on designers to build me something. So I just went to my Photoshop, excuse me, and wrote text over an image, set up this quick website and system, and let it go. So if you're here to be wowed by what isn't important like designs and all that bull, then you're in the wrong place. But if you are here to get the simple 6 steps to defeat debt collectors straight with no chaser, then you are in the right spot. So again, I'm sharing with you what you need to do immediately to get the upper hand, the exact laws that are created to help you put them in their true place, and how to get them slithering away like the little snakes they are, all for only $77. But wait, I also want to give you 2 more things. First, a checklist. With this checklist, you can double check just to make sure you do not skip anything. And that's very, very important. You have to do all 6 steps, or at least 5. The 6th one is really up to you. But more importantly, I want to give you this, the secret to getting paid from debt collectors. When debt collectors violate you, by law, they are civilly liable. So I'm sharing with you the steps I take to get them to pay me, especially since they think it's okay to contact me demanding my hard-earned money unlawfully. As long as you are ready to handle this marathon, then this can be for you. And I call it a marathon because nothing happens overnight. You are doing a process, and that process takes time. But I believe, as I'm sure you do as well, that we can put in as much time needed to protect us, our family, and our private property from these sneaks. Are you ready yet? Oh wait, I have another surprise. Remember when I told you the price was only $77? Well, because this is my first launch, and Black Friday is like 2 weeks away from the time I created this video, I'm having a pre-Black Friday sale. That's right. So instead of getting all of this for $77, you will be getting 6 steps to defeating crooked debt collectors at their own game, where I'm giving you step-by-step exactly what I use to beat them. A checklist to make sure you do not miss any of the steps, because if you're like me, you might be forgetful. I'm very forgetful, so I definitely need checklists. And I'm going to give you secrets to getting paid by debt collectors. All for only $57. I am taking off $20 for the holidays. I know that's insane, right? But I want to know, but I want to not just show you that I'm serious about getting this information out, but I want to reward you for being the first to take action. But it would only be $57 for a limited time. 2 weeks only. That is it. So you need to get your copy ASAP. I know you're ready to take back control of your life, your credit, and your dignity that these debt collectors tried to rob you of when they reported negatively on your credit report. You have all the power. You were born with it. And I'm just here to guide you to that power. You are the original creditor, period. So are you ready to kick some debt collectors' butts? Hell yeah! Click the blue link on this page, sign up, and join me on this crusade to protecting others from these predatory acts. I will see you on the inside. Peace.